Going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 9. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jones on the return. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
From a couple of years ago, Jonathan Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Carr now on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Keenan Allen, 33 yards. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00, like Jim Otto used to wear or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 30. They just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action. Now it's Carr. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Zach Taylor, a new breed of head coach. He's going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Now a play fake. Carr. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
It's second and inches at the Browns' 18-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 13-yard line.
On play action. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jonnu Smith. Yards out, and the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Jakeem Grant now to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 42-yard
Jackson now. Steps away to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it. It's it's going well for them.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 78 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid combination.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jonathan Taylor, 61 yards. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
13, Keenan Allen. A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Pickett sets up play action. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Bengals.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Smith. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Browns nothing.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah,
He's got a man, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Browns. Quentin Johnston, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Browns get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. There he goes again. How about this? Jonathan Taylor. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Jackson on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action, Pickett. And that is incomplete here. Well, what a start to the season here. Cincinnati and Cleveland, AFC North rivals, Ohio rivals. I don't know what to make of this division. It feels like anyone could win it, including these Browns.
And you're right about that. And how historic would that be if Cleveland did rise up and take the division? So far, since we've gone to this format, they have not won the division title. They're eager, they're excited, and they believe that this could be their year.
On the tackle. A gain of 33 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's first and 10. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Pickett. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. That's caught, and he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 218 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Cincinnati.
Back to Taylor on first down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now Jackson on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, here's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing is Jackson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 19 yards away. And the Browns are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. score. Keenan Allen with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Browns 14.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant, shedding defenders at the 15. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up
2nd down, here's Pickett.
at the 36-yard line.
He'll check this one down to Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And inches.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter.
And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
First down and goal to go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Pickett back to throw. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs. and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation. And he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Browns drive about to get started. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Nico Collins, 42 yards. And the Bengals are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Pickett will try to throw for this. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Browns 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this. There he goes, left side. How about this? He's to the 10. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement. Go back to the bench. No way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashad White taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott Good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And He's got it to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Pickett on second down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Pickett. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He gets it to Johnston. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, Jackson. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Johnston on the quick slant. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the first down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Through the middle of the field. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Goes right back to Smith again. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. They'll roll him out right. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Pickett now from the gun here. Toward the pylon, caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And the touchdown apparently not enough. They want more, an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things.
And this is caught. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. One last shot for Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now, this is a short kick, but instead of returning it, he'll call the fair catch, and since it's beyond the 25, they'll take over at that spot. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team.